So anyway, guys, I just quit smoking and I quit caffeine again in my life. I failed multiple times in this, but I'm ready to make a change for myself. I'm ready to do something special for myself. I understand exactly what I'm doing. I understand exactly how to get to where I want to go, and I just have to walk that path now. I understand it's easy to walk. I understand I can walk it, but I've been delaying myself. I've been really delaying my health. I've been delaying my finances. I've been delaying life. I've been delaying myself to fully live, for example. And now am I fully living to some extent? I promise you, yes. I understand that. And there's a better way to live. And I understand that I just have to do that for myself because the only difference, as Les Brown says, is the habits that you have with other people. So, what makes you different to other people is because of your habits. And on a consistent basis, if you just do what's necessary for yourself every single day, eating vegan food, staying off the drugs, you understand? Parachute, that's all you have to do. That's where I've been failing. I've been failing in veganism and I've been failing in drugs. And I've been taking not illegal drugs, I've been taking legal drugs, for example, caffeine and cigarettes. But there's a better way. I understand that the better way is don't do that stuff. You understand? So you have to always inspire people. So the best thing that I can do in life is I can inspire people because I can inspire myself. You understand? And because I can inspire myself, I use my talents and abilities to be able to inspire you. You understand? Because you're someone special in my life, because you're a follower of me, you're a follower of Danny Milivojevic, and then I'm going to give you all the best information because of that. You understand? And that's all I have to do every single day is provide the most information in the world as I can in terms of the most I can, and that's all I have to do. But I remember when I was going around Australia, for example, and do you guys understand how much of a great time I had around Australia? I mean, wow. I mean, I was at my best version. I was taking so many fashion photos of myself because of Jim Rohn. And now Jim Rohn told me, be all you can be. Take the most photos of yourself as you can. I mean, he said, write the most material that you can. He said, do the most videos, do the most audio programs, do the most in terms of documenting yourself. You understand? And that inspired me. Do you understand? And now I look at Les Brown and I see his children, for example, and his children get to be inspired by Les Brown every single day, in terms of positivity, in terms of having someone who's rich in mentality. Do you understand? In terms of rich with words to give. You understand? And I look at myself over here, and I never had that. You understand? I never had parents in that kind of fashion like Les Brown. You understand? Because my parents have never been millionaires in their life, and those people started off with a person that is a millionaire. For example, Les Brown's kids started off with Les Brown, who became a millionaire. Do you understand? And you have to understand that even though I understand that growing up in that environment around Les Brown just inspires you. Do you understand? And it inspires me too because I can tune into his work. I can tune in every single day and just read all of his material on YouTube, for example, which inspires me. You understand? So the thing that inspires me the most about Les Brown is because we're on the same path. And because we're on the same path in life, inspiring people through words, I get to see exactly the informational site and the informational application that he gives and all the words he speaks about that. And then all I do is I take the torch and I give it to you. You understand? So everyone has their own unique persona and everyone's different. But I'm just 29 years of age, for God's sake. I'm still young. I still have a future. I still have something big in me. And now Les Brown said something else here in his Nice and Beautiful audio programs. He said that the man must pay the bills. You understand? And he said that the woman must never pay the bills in the house. You understand? And the reason for that is you must give your whole heart and soul to make sure that you give everything for your family. You understand? So I believe that the man also has to pay all the bills of the house. You understand? So the wife and so the kids can enjoy. You understand? And that's the provider of a man. That's what a man does. You understand? Imagine a woman providing for the man. You understand? I mean, the man will look like a weenie. You understand? It will look like a scaredy cat. You understand? And the woman who provides for the man soon leaves the man. You understand? Because a woman always wants a provider of a man who can provide for the woman. You understand? So you have to understand that for 29 years, I never had $5,000 in my bank account, for example. And the most recent time I had $5,000 in my bank account was when I took out a loan from the bank to go to Las Vegas at 21. And ever since then, I never had $5,000 in my bank account. And I never even worked a 9 to 5 that much. But the thing is that shaped me into the person I am today. That bettered my attitude. And you have to understand, I put all the time in, I put all the work in to develop myself in terms of words and to develop my vocabulary and to read all that reading material in between the lines. While they were working, I was reading. While they were doing things like drugs and stuff, I was bettering myself. Do you understand? While they were hanging around with people and celebrating, I put my head down and I worked. Do you understand? I worked. And what did I work for? I worked for the information I have. I worked for the person I am today. You understand? And that person I am today is more confident. I'm much more stronger than ever before. And I live my life to the best degree now because of my wisdom. You understand? And now I'm always getting much more wisdom, and I always have to tune into Les Brown. I have to tune into Bob Proctor. I have to tune into my mentors because these people, I want to feed on their mindset. I want to feed on these rich people's mindset. Do you understand? Because they matter to me. You understand? These people matter to me because they give me inspirational knowledge behind their life stories. And because through their life story, I can make up my own life story, I understand that rich mentalities don't just happen. You have to create it for yourself. You understand? You have to create a rich mentality. And that's what I have. I have a rich mentality. You understand? So all I have to do is stay away from drugs and meat and nothing else. You understand? And that's so simple. I mean, just stay away. You understand? So I have to always better myself because if I die from a heart attack, then the thing is that it was my time to go. And if I ever died from a heart attack or cancer or anything like that, then I attracted it, you understand? But that's not the case for me now. I'm still living on. I don't have heart disease. I don't have cancer. I still have health, you understand? I'm still healthy to some degree, you understand? And I'm also unhealthy to some degree, you understand? But the thing is that my unhealthiness doesn't start today anymore. You understand? I'm moving on from my life into better ways. And I'm trying to inspire people to grow. I'm trying to become healthier from now on. Because I understand that what matters is always that something in terms of life is happening for you, and something that never kills you always makes you stronger. You understand? So you have to understand that when you tune into people who are rich in mentality, you always find yourself much more inspirational in life. So my dad, for example, always watches soccer at night. Do you understand? He watches one soccer image and that's all he watches. And now the thing is that what's inspirational about my dad is he pays the bills in the house. You understand? He pays the rent, he pays the electricity and all that. And I get money from the government, for example, and I have money. You understand? I have enough to live on. You understand? Because I'm not paying bills at the moment. But eventually I have to pay bills eventually. And now why is that? I promise you, the thing is that I never have to pay bills in my life. You understand? I'd rather live with my parents all my life than pay the bills. You understand? And now why is that? Because I'm single. I'm single and I can. And that's the best road for me then. You understand? So if I'm single all the way, then I'm going to live with my parents all the way. You understand? And just understand to take that to heart in a way that I'm trying to improve you. If you're single all the way, okay, live with your parents all your life. And do not get a mortgage rate. Do not try to do the real estate in terms of getting yourself a mortgage. Do you understand? And never get yourself into debt if you don't know how to use debt to your advantage. You understand? The only time you use debt in terms of debt is when you are investing in real estate, and you have to understand that is the only time you do it. You understand? But you never invest in real estate unless you have 32 units or above, is what Grant Cardone says. I mean, as soon as you get a real estate apartment where you understand that you have 24 apartments or 32 apartments in your career, you have to understand that you have to start somewhere. You understand? But invest in real estate where it's 32 units or above and get yourself an investor who can finance that for you. You understand? Nothing else is what you have to do. You understand? Because an investor is not going to invest into real estate that has one apartment or two apartments or three apartments or anything less than 32 units. Do you understand? Because it's not worth the effort. Do you understand? So if you find apartments out there that is 32 units or above, and you call the financial investor and you call the millionaire out there, and you manage the real estate for yourself this way, then you can also understand that from this point on, you can also be a millionaire for yourself, because as long as you cash flow, Bransha, you can have $1 million like that very easily. So all you have to do is find a real estate that has 32 units or above and be able to get an investor to invest in that for you and cash flow. And that's the only rule of real estate. Do you understand? But make sure you understand that it's much more how that real estate has to be the 1% rule, which means one apartment per $100,000. And each apartment, over here in Sydney, one apartment deal goes for $900,000. I mean, do you understand? That's 9 times to pay off. That's over 90 years that you can pay off their apartment. You understand? I promise you, one apartment you can pay it off in 10 years. You understand? Because if it's going by $100,000 per apartment, you can pay that off in 10 years' time. Easily. You understand? And you don't pay it off yourself. You get other people to pay it off for you. You understand? So, a fourplex unit, in terms of fourplex, that's 4 apartments. You understand? And so some fourplexes in Australia are going by 3.2 million bucks for a fourplex. Do you understand? And a fourplex is worth $400,000. You understand? Because it's 4 apartments. Because it's a fourplex. So you have to understand that real estate in Australia is very expensive. And it's not getting any easier from that point. I'm pretty sure more people are getting into rent than they're starting to rent these days. Because finding a real estate deal is very, very difficult to find. But it's also easy to find if you know where to look. You understand? So, if you want to better your life, guys, you have to start now. You have to understand that you have to stop delaying yourself, like I have. I see the only way to function in life is to do better. You understand? So, every single day, try to always persuade yourself to do better. You understand? You have to always grow yourself. You have to understand that there's always a way. You understand? To better your life and to do things for yourself. So you have to always focus on yourself. Do you understand? Because when you focus on yourself, you always do better like that. So it's much more how you have to live your life to the best degree possible every single day is what you need to do. But make sure you have your health. Understand? Because if you don't have health, then you don't have money, and then you don't have a life. Do you understand? I promise you, health is wealth. I promise you, people who have health also have the wealth to some degree. You understand? So every single day, health is much more important than people in terms of life who have no health. You understand? It's always much more important to have health than to not have it. So live your life to the best degree ever, and live your life now. Start now today to improve your life every single day, to do better, to live better, to understand more, to document more every single day. Document your life, and try to always become the best version of yourself. And that's all you have to do. I mean, you understand? So you have to always keep reading. I mean, keep reading all the time and think outside the box about what you're going to say. You understand? Think somewhere out there. Somewhere out there is the answer. You understand? But the answer is always inside of you. You understand? But go inside of you to find the answer. You understand? Because that's where the answer lies. in terms of layers inside of you right now. The answer is always with you for everything that you want to achieve. You understand? Promise you have the answers to live your life. So if other people don't want to listen to you, then you listen to yourself. You understand? I promise you, if other people don't want to follow you, then you follow yourself. I mean, you understand? I promise you, if other people dislike you, then you love yourself. I mean, you understand? I promise you, if other people think wrong of you, then you make sure that you are someone much better than that. You understand? There is no wrong or right. You understand? I promise you, I've had women in my life where they think wrong of me. I mean, they think that I'm some kind of loser. You understand? Because of what I said and stuff like that. But I'm not a loser. You understand? Nobody's a loser. I'm understanding that these ladies do care about me because they're not trying to kill me. I mean, you understand? They're not trying to kill me, are they? You understand? So the thing is that I just put off the wrong vibes. And like, did I really put off the wrong vibes? It's not even the wrong vibes. It's just words. You understand? I just gave them words. I gave them love and they didn't accept it. And people who never accept your love never deserve you. It's just as simple as that. You understand? I promise you, I've had people in my life where for example, I was going to a crowd over here and they were sitting in the car and they drove off right in front of me. I mean, like I was trying to talk to them and they were driving off. Like the windows were down and it was dark. It was all dark and it was nighttime. And I was trying to talk to these people, but they just drove off in my face. I mean, they just rejected me like this. 5 of them. You understand? I mean, that's no friends. You understand? That's not where I want to be. I never want to find myself around. I never want to find myself around those people ever again. You understand? Because I've learned from that. You understand? I've learned from rejection. I don't want to be around people who are saying one thing about me and then changing their minds and then changing their minds again. You understand? So it's more, I don't want to find myself around the Serbian community of Australia. And why is that? Because I understand how they live. I understand exactly what they're doing in life. And none of them are in the spotlight right now. I promise you, if there's anyone in the spotlight over there, it's the ones that are creating events around them. I mean, do you understand? I promise you, people who are creating events have much more prosperity than the ones who are not. You have to create something. You understand? And I'm all for creating events and stuff like that. But create events that serve no alcohol. Create events that prevent the killing of animals, for example. You understand? Try to stand for something in your life and try to really, really live your word. Try to live your word, otherwise you're not going to be happy with yourself. You understand? You're always going to be happy even if you're a hypocrite. I promise you, even if you're a hypocrite, you're still happy to some degree. You understand? But the thing is that it's not the point being a hypocrite. Try to live your word. I mean, try to always be kind to everything that you see. You understand? That's the only way of life. Try to always understand that there's always a better way. And instead of eating in restaurants, try to eat whole foods from the supermarket. You understand? Try to go to the supermarket to get yourself whole foods. And try to just gulp it down with yourself. So I've had problems over here where I've had problems eating tofu. I've had problems eating lentils, for example, and Weet-Bix. And that's it. I mean, you understand? And you have to understand that it's more how there's no taste in it much. And it's just plain and simple. Do you understand? But it's very, very healthy to eat. Do you understand? And there is some kind of taste to it. But the thing is that I haven't been forcing myself to eat it. You understand? You have to sit down. You have to focus on your food only. And when you focus on your food straight up, make sure you eat while you eat. And don't focus on the television while you eat. And Deepak Chopra says this. And he says, when you eat, you eat. Make sure you never focus on anything else other than your food when you're eating. You understand? Eat every single tonality, every single way that you can when you're eating. You understand? Except for never watch the TV. Eat while you eat only is what I mean. So for example, if you want to do better, you always have to go inside for help. You have to understand that there's always a way to speak whatever you want to speak out into the planet. Do you understand? But your words will impact someone. Do you understand? And that's the whole point. You have to understand every single day is going to be a new day for everything. You understand? So my work in the planet's happening right now. And because my work in the planet's happening, I'm doing things of my own accord. So eventually, do I want to work the 9 to 5 job? Yes. I eventually want to work the 9 to 5 job eventually. You understand? I want to go out there, I want to make some more money. And now, why do I want to make some more money? I understand just to have more in my life. And now, eventually, I'm understanding something, that it's not about having more in my life, that I just want to have enough money. So, for example, eventually my dad's going to pass away. Okay? And when he passes away, I'm going to have to go live with my mum. And then I cannot rely on my mum for money. You understand? I cannot rely on her for money. So that's why I have to work a 9 to 5 job. And that's the best time for me to work a 9 to 5 job, because I don't want to rely on my mother. You understand? And when I go to my mother's house, I don't have the disability support pension anymore. And I also don't have the government allowance anymore. You understand? And also, I'm not living in Australia anymore from that point. So what I do from that point is I'm going to be living with my mother. And she's going to be financing me for a bit. And then I have to find a job to finance myself from this point. You understand? I have to lift my responsibility from this point. And I'm understanding, I'm totally accepting that. You understand? I'm totally accepting. I'll work whatever it is. I'll work like a security guard. I don't care. I'll work at something. But the thing is that while I work, I have a passion too. And because I have a passion, I'm going to have more money from that. You understand? I'm going to have more money in terms of working 9 to 5 job, of course. But I won't be paying rent. I won't be paying rent. I promise you, all my life, I'm not going to pay rent. You understand? I understand. I see that already. I promise you, there's a straightforward path in my life that if I follow my parents all the way, I'm not going to live anything other than myself over here in terms of life, where if I follow my parents in terms of, if I go their way in terms of living with them, I'm never going to have to pay rent ever in my life again. So the whole point is that I go the most affordable way for me. So for me, after my dad dies, it's either I stay in Australia or go to my mum. And I'd rather be with my mum than be alone in Australia. I promise you, that's it. And I have to let go of the housing commission over here in Australia. I have to let go of where I live to go and find something else to do. And then I'm going to be with my mum. And it depends what I'm going to work at in terms of what I'm going to do for work over there. But maybe I do some security guard, whatever it is. We'll see what happens. I'll find something to do. Maybe I go to Croatia for a bit, do a bit of bartending over there. We'll see. Depends. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be working. I'm going to be having my own money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And that from that point, I'm understanding that things are going to be much more different for me. But I'm going to speak those words much more often now. And because I'm going to speak much more words from this point on, I'm going to understand that I want to make much more of an impact in the world before I get to that place. You understand? So the whole point of that, in terms of working 9 to 5 job, is then it enables me to have a girlfriend. You understand? So when I have more money in my pocket, then I also have the ability to have a girlfriend, for example, because I can then provide for my family when I have more money in my pocket. So it's a good thing for me to work a 9 to 5 job, to earn some money, to eventually have a girlfriend, if a girlfriend comes in my life from that point. But from this point, I'm going to be much more of a wiser person, because I'm going to be reading for the next 10 years. And I'm going to read all that I can. I'm going to get my hands on anything that I can in terms of inspirational content. So I'm going to read Les Brown's whole YouTube channel. I'm going to read Les Brown's whole YouTube channel, for example. And I'm going to make sure that I benefit myself in the utmost better way of life. You understand? So from this point on, when I'm working overseas, for example, I'm going to have more money. And then maybe a woman comes along. And then from that point, have kids. You understand? And then live with my mum for a bit. And then depending on my wife, if she wants to move out or whatever because of kids, we can find our own apartment somewhere and just rent. Do you understand? And then we can have a family life together and stuff like that. So it's all depending on how it's going to work out for me. But it's going to work out. And I see the universe wants it to work out for me. And the universe is pulling me in that direction. I can see it. The universe is saying, hey, Danny, your dad's passing away. Your mum's passing away. I promise you. So what's going to happen is you have to take more responsibility for your life. And because you have to have more responsibility in your life, you have to start working that 9 to 5 job so you can have a family for yourself if you want to have that. And that's what the universe is telling me right now. And I can see, I can read the universe right now. But the universe for now is telling me, Danny, stay in Australia. Do you understand? So my mum is like the universe. I treat her like God. Do you understand? Do you understand? So Osho says recently, I spoke to Osho recently in this quote. And he said, treat everyone like it's God. Do you understand? Because when you treat everyone like it's God, you'll be totally honest with everybody. And you'll also treat them the best way. Do you understand? treat people in the best way that you can. But never make fun of people. You understand? I promise you, you have to understand that when you laugh, you laugh. But if you laugh at people, I promise you, you have to understand something. It's going to release endorphins, of course. And it's going to make you happier. But the thing is that you must never ever laugh at other people. Just laugh with them. Laugh with people. You understand? So make sure every single day that when you're laughing with people, you're never trying to bully the other people. You're never trying to make fun of them in a way that is negative. You understand? You do things positively only. So I'm understanding that since I'm going to be working 9 to 5 job, the thing is that things are working out for me in that aspect. But I have to have my health now. I have to start now to have my health. Do you understand? Because there's no other option for me. I understand that it's just the way it is. So what I've been doing recently is I wake up and then I don't even start journaling anymore. But from now on, I'm going to start journaling once I wake up. I'm going to make myself an audio program. I'm just going to speak anytime I feel like a cigarette or anything. I'm just going to speak the words out. You understand? And I'm just going to do a documentary on everything. You understand? Because that's how I feel. So if you want to make a difference in life, guys, you have to speak words. You have to understand every single day is going to be a different day. And you have to learn something in the process of life. Because that's the only way to do life, guys. You understand? You have to do something today to succeed. You have to make sure every single day you're going to benefit the universe. You understand? When you benefit the universe every single day, you're always going to find yourself much more worthy. You understand? And that's what you need to do. You have to always understand that you have to benefit everything in life. So make sure you benefit yourself the most. Be selfish for content. Be selfish to have more. But be selfless as well. You understand? I promise you, I'm selfish. I'm selfish to the point that I must grow. I must have content in my life. I must read something daily. I must be doing content. I must be doing information work. That's my selfishness. But my selflessness is like, I must give now. I must give words. Because other people don't even see that. They don't see what they can give. Do you understand? I promise you, they're so poor that they will never ever give you words to improve. You understand? They don't have the words to say. They lack ability to speak words. You understand? Because all you can give is words. That's all you can give because words make everything come true. When you have the words, you have whatever you want. So if you speak the words of what you want out of life, you always find it. Yes, and you always find what you need in the words. And the more you speak words, the more fulfilled you are. Yes, and the more you're fulfilling yourself in your prophecy and your ancient ability to grow in terms of whatever you want to become. You can always achieve it because you can speak the words. And because you can speak the words, you can go places, you can help people, you can discover things, you can help yourself to become the best version of yourself. You can do whatever you want because the words will lead you there. You understand? And you have to have faith in yourself to do what is the words in terms of what the words are saying. You understand? Because if you don't do what you say, if you don't do what you're gonna, if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, or if you speak in terms of one way but you don't do it, then you're not living your talk. You have to live your talk. You understand? Because that's the only fashion today. It's the only fashion trend. You understand? And you have to understand why people are not following me. I promise you, they're not following me because they don't want my information. You understand? They are unaware about my information. They're blocking themselves. You understand? They're blocking myself. They're blocking themselves from my information. I have fame, I have fortune, I have abundance, just like anybody else in this lifetime. You understand? I'm just 29 years of age. I can see exactly where to go, why to do it, and how to do it. You understand? And it's just walking that path now. Every single day is going to be a new day of thoughts, and I'm going to be reading more, because reading more helps me to explain more and helps me think better. In a sense, so the more I think, the more I document everything I think. You understand? Because if I just think without documenting, then I'm not really helping anyone except for myself. And that's what people are doing. All they do is think without helping other people with words. You understand? And it's like my mum, for example. My mum thinks so much that she thinks for my good. You understand? And she only thinks for my good and not anybody else's. You understand? Because she teaches me some things and she makes me more aware about some things about life. But she also does it to the people around them, but she doesn't document everything. You understand? And I started documenting my mum behind the back so that I can help teach you about my mum and about our conversations that I have with my mum, for example. So you can learn something from it. Do you understand? Because I find value in that. I find value in conversations with my mum. You understand? So every single day, make sure that you're always penetrating the best way you can. Doing the best things for yourself every single day. That's what you need to be doing. You understand? You need to always grow yourself every single day, doing the most you can, living the best way you can. You understand? That's the only point of intriguement. Every single day, doing the best that you can. Love your life. Do the best every single day. So, for example, I'm understanding that there is a lot of things happening in my life, but the words will lead the way. When you speak the words, you'll find yourself doing whatever you want to do in life. So if you want to have that $1,000,000, you have to speak like that $1,000,000. And when you have the words of that, you can achieve it. Your words can achieve anything. So if you believe that you can achieve $1,000,000 through your words, you can achieve it. You understand? So what's the easiest way for me today to make $1,000,000, really? The only way that I can do it is to speak much more words. You understand? And that's what I believe in. I go that path. And to read more. I have to be reading more and I have to be speaking more words to find my way there. And that's the only way that I can do it. You understand? So eventually something is going to happen in my life where I'm going to get opportunities to talk. I'm going to get opportunities to do better. I'm going to get opportunities to love life. I'm going to get opportunities to be happier. And that's all I wish for myself. I just wish to have enough. You understand? I wish to have enough in my life and nothing else. It's not about being a millionaire. It's about having enough in life. Have enough. You understand? When you have enough, it's enough. You understand? So other people want to be so millionaires. I mean, they want to be a millionaire so bad. They achieve being a millionaire, and then they want $1,000,000,000. It never stops for them. They're always chasing money. You have to have enough. I mean, just live on enough every single day. So I have enough at the moment. But what's going to happen in 5 years' time is maybe I'm going to work a 9-to-5 job to have enough. I'm going to have to work a 9-to-5 job to have enough money in my life. You understand? And that's the only point of working that 9-to-5 job. And then I'm going to have enough of everything that I need. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to work accordingly to that. I'm going to make sure that each and every single day I'm going to have enough of what I want. You understand? So as soon as I see a deficiency in my life, I will start doing things necessary to have enough in my life again. You understand? So if that means that if I lack money in my life, I will go out there and I will make more money. to have enough. You understand? But as soon as something is going to happen in my life, and I promise you it's going to happen, I promise you there's going to be a deficiency of money in my life. And I see it. I see it already. And now, why is that? I promise you it's going to happen. I promise you my dad's going to pass away. And it's either I'm going to pay the bills over here in Australia and live on $300 a fortnight, or I'm going to go to my mum's house and she's going to finance me. So either way, you have to understand that I have a deficiency in money in my life. At the moment, I can see it. But right now, in this space of time, I have enough at the moment. You understand? I have enough of what I need to succeed. You understand? But eventually, life is going to say, step up now. Start stepping up for yourself. Start working. You understand? Start going out there and getting into the environment. You understand? That's my chance. You understand? That's my opportunity. I see that as an opportunity. I don't see that as grief. You understand? I like to work a 9-to-5 job to have enough. You understand? It's no worries. You understand? So I'm understanding what the universe is saying to me. So you always have to explain yourself. You have to explain that there is a better life for you. You understand? You have to understand that there's always something better coming along. So what else is the universe saying in my life? The universe is saying, Danny, step up. Get away from drugs. Get away from meat, for example. Be vegan. Danny, your dad's passing away. Danny, your mum's going to pass away. Danny, be with your family now. You understand? Stay with yourself and do information work for yourself. That's what the universe is telling me. Danny, there's going to be a deficiency in your money eventually. You're going to have to work a 9-to-5 job. That's what the universe is telling me. Do you understand? And as soon as I start that 9-to-5 job, I'm going to be committed. You understand? I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to go to work. And while I go to work, I'm going to read something. No worries. I can do it. You understand? I promise you, if a girl can do it, I can do it. You understand? It's not about me working on a 5 job. It's about having enough. You understand? Having enough of everything. So eventually I'm understanding that eventually I'm going to get on the pension. And then I see something here now. You understand? I see what's going to happen here in my life. So I see that it's going to be alright. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to have enough again. Or else my mum's going to pass away. And then I'm going to have a house. I'm going to be paying electricity, food and water, clothing, and water bills. But I'm not going to be paying rent. You understand? I never have to pay rent in my life. I can see that now. I never have to pay rent at this moment in time. I never have to pay rent ever again in my life. You understand? Unless I go traveling somewhere. Unless I go traveling somewhere for myself, stay the night here, stay the night there, stay in a motel or hotel, for example, pay for the weekend to stay somewhere. That's different. You understand? But I never have to pay rent to live in the house. Because my family provides for that. You understand? But I'm lucky like that. You understand? That's what the universe is telling me. But eventually the universe is saying, hey, Danny, we may bring you a wife. We may bring you a kid. Okay? We may bring you 3 kids, 4 kids. How much kids do you want? But better yourself now. Try to grow now. Try to develop yourself now. Do you understand? Try to have time for everything in your life. Try to do the most you can every single day. You understand? That's what you need to do for yourself and other people. So I see what's going to happen in my life. But I no longer associate with myself with the people of the past. You understand? I don't associate with those people. I'm moving on. You understand? I only associate to people who talk to me. You understand? That's what I've learned. I never chase people. I make them chase me. You understand? Those people who chase me deserve me. You understand? Because they found out of all the people in the world that want to talk to me. And because they want to talk to me, then I'm going to talk to them. You understand? And that's the way it is. So I always treat people better. You understand? And that's what I do. You understand? So if people don't reply to you, just move away from them. You understand? That's all you have to do. I promise you, I used to chase women. I used to chase people. I used to have no friends. You understand? I used to have no friends in my life. I was always lost. I had no passion. And now I have a passion. I don't need those people in my life anymore. I'm much more wiser now. I promise you, they're all going away from each other anyway. They have no time for each other. They're working 9 to 5 jobs. I understand that. You understand? The only time they have time for each other is maybe one day a week on the night time, sometime on a Saturday night, Friday night, something like that. Maybe once a month they meet up. But once the family life comes in, they have no time. They'd rather be with their kids and wife or husband rather than going out with certain people. You understand? So that's how it is in life. So you have to do something today to succeed. So start now to succeed. You understand? I mean, you've been failing in your life. I understand you've been failing at something, but you have to pick yourself back up. You have to grow from that. You have to learn from that. You understand? I promise you, Albert Einstein said that if you're always going around in circles, you understand, without learning, that's insanity. You understand? So make sure that you're never insane. Make sure that you're sane. Make sure that you understand that nobody's sane in life. I promise you, everyone has some problem in life. But you have to understand that I only find solutions for everything. I have no problems in life. I promise you, all I see is solutions. You understand? I promise you, is Grant Cardone's life my life? I promise you, no. But the thing is that in some way, yes. You understand? So, do I want to have Grant Cardone's life? I'd rather have Grant Cardone's life than this life that I have now. You understand? To the extent that I can be much more. I can be much more than this. You understand? So it's much more how I understand something. It's much more how I wish to have more in my life. You understand? But the thing is that I have enough. I have enough as is. Okay? So shall you ever wish to be as other people in your life? I promise you no. I never wish to be anyone but myself in life. You understand? I wish to be Jesus Christ all the time. You understand? I wish to have his mentality, to have his way of life all the time in my life. Do you understand? But that's the only person I wish to be. You understand? It's just Jesus Christ. I mean, Grant Cardone is nothing compared to Jesus Christ. You understand? So every single day I'm understanding that you shall never own anything of this world. Do you understand? You should only use everything that you have to your advantage. You understand? Use what you have now. Use your abilities to succeed. Do something now today to help someone else. That's your focus. That's your primary focus every single day, to help other people. You understand? And what's the number one way to help other people? Words. Words. You can give as many words as possible in this planet, and it's all for free. Go the free way. You understand? Jesus Christ in the universe told me, Danny, go the free way as much as possible and forget everything else. I mean, do you understand? And now, am I able to make music for free? I can make music for free. I can make music with what I have for free. You understand? That's what I can do. Now, am I going to be someone in music production, or like, am I going to be someone around the world like Armin van Buuren and stuff like that, going around the world traveling and stuff like that? The thing is, I don't know about that. But if I keep learning really fast, and if I do the things necessary like Armin van Buuren has done, then I can be just like that. You understand? But I have to put the time in, I have to put the effort in. You understand? I'm a life coach and music producer. I'm not just a music producer. Before, I used to be just a music producer without being a life coach. And I see how stupid I was in that position. I see how unaware I was in that position. Do you understand? But now, since I'm a life coach as well, I've given unlimited possibility to people's lives. You understand? I've given something of much more intelligence. You understand? I've given words. I back everything up now with words. If I fail at something, I don't fail in life coaching, guys. I mean, life coaching is my thing. You understand? That's what I work at every single day. I do that for myself. I do the better way of life for myself every single day. So what I need to do now is always grow. I have to make sure that it's much more how I see myself and how I used to be. I used to be a little baby, man. I'm still a little baby. But I remember myself at 0 years of age when I just was born. I mean, look at me then. I mean, I had no wisdom in my life. You understand? But I had some wisdom. I had some experiences back then. But never to this point. I'm much more richer in what? I'm richer in wisdom now. You understand? I'm richer now than I ever was before. You understand? So I'm still growing. I'm still learning. But that's why I'm getting away from all the Serbian people of Australia. I'm getting away from most people out there. And not just the Serbian people. I'm getting away from the Croatian people. I'm getting away from Muslim people. I'm getting away from everybody, man. You understand? And why? Because I can self-isolate myself and work on myself. That's why. I don't need those people. Actually, it's not the time for me to have a girlfriend right now. I'm going overseas. I'm going overseas to have myself a good time. And now if a girl catches on to me in terms of my information, then of course I'm going to have to speak to her in a way that we can do something about it. You understand? We have to get together. We have to talk. I mean, you understand? It's a back and forward talk. But the time gap is what matters in this process. You understand? Because when you have a relationship, it's not what you say. It's what you do. You understand? It's what you do in that space of time. You understand? You can say all the things of the world and be a hypocrite. You understand? That's how it is. That's how I've experienced my life like that. I've been saying a lot of things in my life while being a hypocrite in life. You understand? I've been talking without doing. You understand? That's where I've been failing. And that's the thing about me now. I'm different now. I'm always different. I'm different every single day. I'm doing things differently now. Do you know who believes in me? Just me. Just me. Nobody else believes in me except for me. And God. God believes in me. You understand? God believes in me. God believes in God. God believes in God more than me. You understand? But everything's God. You understand? Everything is God in life. Everything is here to make a better purpose. And I'm moving up. I'm moving up in my consciousness. I'm moving up in my righteousness. I'm moving up in who I am in my divinity. And how am I moving up? I'm moving up through words. You understand? The thing is that if you want to make the best music in the planet, or if you want to be the best life coach in the planet, it's what you never do in life. It's what you never do. That's how you learn. Do what you've never done in life. And make anything you ever want to make in a different way. You understand? Go the different way all the time. Don't make music the way you've always made it. Make something different all the time. You understand? Make slow music. Make something. Enjoy yourself. Make words come true for yourself. That's what you need to do every single day. Live your life. Practice. I'm always practicing my life coaching. Because I may do a busking performance and guess what? I'm ready to talk in front of crowds, man. I mean, you understand? I promise you, it's not over between me and busking performances. Once I come back from Australia, once I come back from Germany and Europe, I'm going to do a busking performance straight away. I'm going to go on the street again. I'm just going to talk again. And I'm going to be better off this time. And so I'm going to have more wisdom this time. And maybe someone on the street says, hey man, I want you in my public speaking event. You understand? I can do that. And then they're going to ask me, Danny, how do you make your money? I say, disability support pension, man. That's how I make my money these days. But that's not how I make my money. You understand? Actually, that's what I receive in life. I receive a disability support pension at the moment. But how I really make money is words, man. You understand? Words is how you really make money. The more you speak out there, the more you can make. In terms of anything that you want, you can achieve it as long as you speak it. You understand? When you speak it, you have to do it. You understand? That's how you make a lot of money come true in your life. You understand? Because money is words. All people seek every single day is validation. You understand? So I'm sure that you're someone in life who always checks their notifications and checks their email. And I promise you that you're someone who checks your email. You're someone that checks their email. You're someone that checks their notifications on Facebook and Instagram to see if someone messaged you. You understand? And what are you seeking from those people? You're seeking words. You understand? You're seeking words. You're seeking love from people in that moment. That's me too. I mean, every single day, checking my emails, checking my Facebook notifications, checking my YouTube notifications, checking how many people are watching me, for example. Why? To feel validated, to feel that someone loves me. You understand? But I have myself for that. I love myself anyway, regardless of them. You understand? So that's why I'm understanding my life. That's what I do. You understand? And these days, lately, I've been making audio programs much more than video programs. And why is that? I promise you, because it's much better for me in this moment. I promise you, it's much better for me in terms of processing and everything at the moment to make audio programs. And it's the same thing. You get my voice anyway. You understand? I promise you, each year, just make sure that each year you take a photo of yourself each year so you can see the differences in your life. You understand? And that's what you need to do all the time. You always have to take photos of yourself every single day. Make sure that you're always doing fashion photos. I mean, check out my Instagram. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out all the thumbnails in my YouTube channel. All fashion photos of me. You understand? And then everything goes up online easily. I do my work kindly. I help myself to prosper. You understand? I do things in my life to succeed. I help myself to happen much more, to do things for myself every single day. That's what I do. You understand? But I found myself in a position that I've never been before in. I found myself in this moment. This moment is a new moment for me. I've never found myself in this moment before. You understand? I find myself in a different moment now. You understand? And that's why I have to always enable myself to speak words in every single moment as much as possible. Because that way I document myself. And either way, I speak as much as possible to myself without documenting as well. You understand? I learn to have quiet and peace and quiet in my life as well. You understand? In certain times, I just want to be quiet. I just want to sit down and do my work. You understand? And that's the important thing. So the reason I make so much content these days is because it develops me. It develops my humanity. You understand? It develops me as a human being. That's why I make so much words come true. Because it develops me as a person. Do you understand? And because it develops me as a person, I understand something from that too. I get to learn. I get to become much more aware. I get to plan in every single audio program. I'm always planning my life to see exactly where I'm going in my life. In each and every single program that I make, I always plan my life. In audio programs, I plan my life. I plan my life in video programs. I plan my life in quotes. I plan my life in the nice and beautiful journal that I have. I'm always talking words. I'm always understanding exactly what the universe wants of me. I understand the exact best time for me to work the 9 to 5 because I have to. You understand? I have to, because eventually I have to lift my responsibility. But imagine I was doing drugs at this point. Imagine I wasn't doing these words. You understand? I'd probably be a criminal at the moment. You understand? I'll probably find myself doing drugs and having no life, man. Not really living to my best potential. You understand? I left drugs a long time ago. In terms of illegal drugs, I left it a long time ago. I don't do illegal drugs anymore. I don't surround myself around those people anymore. I'm smarter than that now. But when I was 18, I was so stupid. Doing illegal drugs and everything. But the thing is that I experienced something from that. I can now teach you, stay away from it. Do you understand? It's no good for you. You understand? Educate yourself before you do drugs. And just keep educating yourself all the time. Educate yourself about everything that the drug does so that you can unlock your ability. So you can do something greater. You understand? You have to inspire people all the time. You have to learn how to inspire. You understand? You just speak words and that will inspire someone somehow. And then someone will flip through your YouTube channel very quickly, have words of wisdom here and there, and off you go, man. Go do your life. And that's what I'm doing as well. I'm making as much content as possible for myself to succeed. You understand? And nothing else. That's what I want to do all my life. For free. I do it for free, man. Because that's my passion. Whereas my passion is just to upload as much words as possible. You understand? I have so much love to give. I'm exuberating with love. You understand? That's all I want to do all my life. So if you want to make a difference in life, you just make sure you make a difference for yourself first. Make sure that you're where you want to be in life. And that way you succeed. You understand? That's what you do in daily tasks. That's what you do in your goals. You set goals every single day. You understand? You achieve your goals. You make sure you speak those words. You go and do what you need to do to get there. Start with the end goal in mind. Do what you want to do at 100 years of age. You understand? Make sure that all your goals have an ending to it. Make sure you always set more goals as much as possible. You understand? My goal today is just to be my best version and nothing else. You understand? That's my goal every single day. Just be my best version and that's it. Live my happiest life. Every single day. Do the most I can with what I have. You understand? That's what I need to do all the time. If there's anything I can provide more than music production, it's words. You understand? I produce much more words than music production ever will happen. You understand? It's much more how I'd rather speak words than produce music production. You understand? But why is that? Apparently it's more how it is. But I'm still going to do music production. You understand? Because that's another form of outlet for me. That's another form of inspiring the world somehow. You understand? And anyway, all my music production goes on YouTube anyway, and you can check out my albums. You understand? You can check out everything in my YouTube channel. And like, it's not the best music in the planet. I understand it's not the best music in the planet, but it's something that can inspire. You understand? It's something that can inspire you and make you feel some type of way. You understand? I understand that. So that's it. I mean, you have to understand that you have to grow. You have to do the best job you can every single day. You understand? So anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this audio program. I want to ask myself, do I have anything else to add to you? I understand. Just be someone much more. You understand? Be someone much more every single day. Do the best job you can. Do you understand? And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next audio program.